Small Soldiers. You know, when people like click on this on the poll thing, when they click on the poll thing, they probably think I was going to hate this movie, or they just want to hear my review on the film. And I don't hate this movie. I don't, because I grew up with this film when I was a kid. You know, this is basically a childhood film to me, to be fair, because I watched this shit multiple times on the VCR tape. Used to watch it all the time on there. I used to play it over and over again watching it. You know, it's still a good film now as an adult. It's still a pretty good film, you know. Now you hear more of the adult humor in this film now, more than anything. You're trying to watch it now, it's like, oh, there's all that dirty stuff going on here, all the dirty jokes they say. Especially the toys and whatnot, you know. And this film came out in 1998, at least like 24 years ago now. That's a long time ago, 24 years. I think it's been 24 years, because I forgot what year this movie came out. I mean, I know it came out in 1998, but I forgot what day and what month it came out. I think maybe it's like July or August, you know, around the time, you know, kiddies are out of school, the teenagers. Because this is PG-13. This is not really for little kids. It's for teens and up, you know. The Small Soldiers film. It came out in around July, like I said, July 10th. It's directed by a guy named Joe Dante. He also did films like Gremlins films, which I'm not really a big fan of Gremlins. Gremlins okay. I never watched the second one, but I watched the first one. I'm not a big fan of Gremlins. You know, he did film like Piranha back to 1978, the original Piranha. Yeah, and they came out a remake called Piranha 3D. It came out in 2010 or something like that, like decades later. They wrote the movie called The Burps with Tom Hanks, with this weird house, all these weird people, and all these neighbors around the neighborhood, like curious about that weird haunted house, and they all go inside and check it out. Yeah, it does. I guess that's all crazy. I haven't watched that shit in a long time. The Burps. The Burps. What kind of name for movies? The Burps. I think that's like the name of their like. That's their last name or some shit. I forgot. I didn't watch the movie in a long time, so. And, you know, the music is by Jerry Goldsmith, which, you know, that guy does so many other fucking soundtracks for a lot of movies in general. I don't mind these fucking... I mean, I don't have a problem with Jerry Goldsmith. He did music for shit like, you know, Rambo, First Blood Part 2, you know, other films like Alien. You know, I'm not a fan of Alien. I'm not into that shit. I'm more of a Predator fan. I am more of a Predator fan than an Alien fan. I can't get into Alien. Alien's just not my cup of beer. You know, it's not my pint of beer. I don't really fuck with that. I'm not gonna say cup of tea. I'm not a wussy. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Jerry Goldsmith's music. You know, rest in peace to that guy. He died in 2004. It says. But to me, I'm just tired I'm tired to accuse the same composers over and over again. You know, Jerry Goldsmith. You got Danny Elfman, or those other guys. I can't think of them right now. I just don't like when they use the same composers for films. You know, it gets old after a while. Especially overuse Danny Elfman for the millionth time. But let's talk about the movie in general. So, you know how this movie goes. You know, Toy Soldiers. I mean, not Toy Soldiers. That's another movie. Small Soldiers is about... So, it starts off with fucking Dennis Leary comes into the room. He's the guy who wants to know these two other guys, so ideas are for these new toys that came out with. And one of them was played by fucking, what's his name? David Cross. Which, you know, when I was a kid, I used to thought he was black. Until I got older, I found out he's a tan Jewish guy. So I didn't know it until I was older. I was like, oh, he's a tan Jewish guy. I thought he was black. Yeah, I used to thought that when I was a kid. And the other guy's a comedian, too. I think his name is Jay something. I think he's, like, close friends with Kevin Smith or something. I forgot. Let me see real quick. Yeah, I think it's Jay Moore. Yeah, I was right. I got his first name right. It's Jay Moore. I think he was. I'm not 100% sure he was good friends with Kevin Smith. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he is. But yeah, he's also a comedian, just like David Cross. They're the two guys who created the toys, the Small Soldier toys. You know, the Commandos and the Gorka Knights. They created them, and they showed the commercial to Dennis Leary. And Dan Slade didn't like that. They don't, walk and talk. They don't do movements. He didn't like that. So they tell him to make them walk and talk and move, so they can sell more toys and stuff like that. And they're like, okay, we can do that. So they decided to put those chips in them and stuff like that. And shit goes haywired, and they started to attack the town, and blah 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 blah. Well, mostly the commandos. The Gorkonites are the good guys, which is funny because when I was a kid, I used to thought the commandos were the good guys, and the Gorkonites were the bad guys. Until I kept watching it, I was like, oh, so the Gorkonites are the good guys, and commandos are the bad guys. Huh, that's weird. Because I am like a bigger fan of the commandos more than the Gorkonites, to be fair. It's the reason I like them more than the fucking Gorkonites. It's the reason I root for them more than the fucking Gorkonites. I mean, I can understand, I know I'm not the only person that says that they're more into the commandos more than the Gorkonites, to be fair. I know I'm not the only person. I mean, I like the Gorkonites too. I like the leader Arthur. I like him, I think it's Archer, my bad. Arthur. Yeah, Archer. He's a pretty good leader. I enjoyed him. He reminds me of fucking like Yoda and shit like that. Which he's probably based off of fucking Yoda. So let's talk about the cast. We got this one kid named Alan, played by Gregory Smith, and he grew up to be a pretty handsome dude. I don't think he does anything else anymore, the Gregory Smith. I think he did some cop show or something, but I don't think he's like the main lead or anything. I don't know. I don't keep up with that guy. You got Kristen Dunst. Yep, she's in here. She plays the girl he has a crush on. You remember her from fucking. You know who she is. She's from fucking movies like Spider-Man. Everybody know who she is. Remember she played that bitch. Mary Jane, or she always bitches at Peter Parker and stuff like that. Always moaning all the time about her stupid play. Fuck her character. She always like a whiny bitch. Always whining all the time because her play sucks. She's a terrible actor. What you want Peter Parker to do, you dumb broad? But anyways, you got her dad in this movie played by Phil Hartman, which rest in peace to him. Sucks what happened to him because I don't even know you guys knew what happened to Phil Hartman, but it's a really sad story. What happened here is, he was married to this really insane, crazy wife of his. She was like nuts in the head or something. He was like, I can't divorce her and stuff like that. It was, I'll be one of those divorced dads or something, he said. And what happened here is he was sleeping one night and her crazy ass came into the room when he was sleeping and she was like, bam! She blew his brains out with a gun and he was dead. And then I think she did the same thing to herself, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that's what happened. It was a sad story. Like, that's sad to Phil Hartman, He was a really funny guy. But anyways, yeah. Like I said, you got Dennis Leary. He's the guy who wanted the toys to be better. And you got, the voice actors for the toys. You got Tommy Lee Jones. He voiced the main guy of the Commandos, Chip Hazard. He does a pretty good job. Michael McKean, he voiced the Insaniac, one of the other guys. I think it was the Gorkonites. You remember Michael McKean from shit like Better Call Saul. He played what's his name? He played Jimmy McGill's brother, and he had this problems and stuff like that. Yeah. And fucking the kid Alan, he always goes to the toy store all the time to see what's going on in the toy store because he loves toys. He looks pretty old to be a kid. I don't know how old Gregory Smith was at the time when the movie came out. All right, see, 1983 minus with 1998. I'm guessing he was 15 years old. I think 15-year-old kids still play toys, right? I don't know. Let's see here, 1998. I'm gonna minus this shit. I gotta find a calculator. Hold on. I'm curious right now. This fucking kid. Alright. 1998. Fuck. Come on, you piece of shit. It's not like fucking Joe Pesci. 1998 minus 1983? Was it 1983? I forgot how old. Yeah, I was right. I was correctly right. He was 15 years old then. Oh, that was a pretty good guess. Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't know if 15-year-old kids still play toys. I'm not 100% sure. Kristen Dunst was about at least, she was like 16, 17 years old when she did Small Soldiers. Yeah, that's fine, you know. Still, I don't know if fucking a 15-year-old kid should play with toys or not. I don't know. It seems weird for a 15-year-old kid to play with toys. Is he too old for that shit? But anyways, yeah, I think I stopped playing toys like around like 12, 13 or something. That's why I stopped playing with toys. Or younger. They like, yeah, between like 11 to 13, that's why I stopped playing toys. But yeah, fuck it. Like, Gregory Smith's 15, we played that kid. Are you kidding me? But anyways, let's continue. Yeah, you know what happens. Like I said, fuck it. He always loved going to toy stores because he loves toys, stuff like that. You know, he has a crush on Kristen Dunst's character and all that. You know, and fucking, like I said, his dad is. I think his dad owns a toy store. I forgot. I think he does. He always like runs there or something, or his grandpa, where the fuck he is. And you know, Kristen Dunst's dad is Phil Hartman. And he always make his cracking up his jokes, make me laugh, ha 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 ha. And then, like I said, the small soldiers, the commandos, you know, they start some shit. You know, they come out of their boxes and stuff like that. They start shit around the town. You know, blowing torches. You know, riding those bike things, attacking people, stuff like that. And I feel like myself. You know, if this shit happened in real life, it'd be a totally different thing. Because, come on, this movie makes no sense. Like, this is. Like, come on, like, these people can't really defend themselves, get these toys. Like, are you shitting me? In real life, humans will grab shotguns and guns and start blow these toys up into a billion pieces. Boom, boom, boom. Unless well, I wouldn't say that because most of these people these days don't even have guns. There's a bunch of, you know, dorky liberals that be like, I'm scared to use a gun. I'm too anti-gun to use a gun. You know, I can't do that. You know, it'd be like that. You know, those dorky people. You know, because there's mostly them, those type of people in this world, and that's the sad thing about America. If they have fucking guns and shit, they'll take these toys out. But in this movie, they just use like regular stuff like baseball bats and golfs or something. You know, they still run away from them. You know, they could just attack all of them easily. Well, whatever. You know. This movie is so goofy. But I still enjoyed it, though. I still enjoyed this movie for what it is, you know. I don't hate it or anything. Like I said, I grew up with the show as a kid. I also played the PS1 video game of the Small Soldiers. Yeah, I played that also. I watched the movie and played the video game. The video game wasn't that bad. I feel like the video game told the story a lot better, to be fair. But I really enjoyed watching this film, you know. Especially watching it as an adult now, to be fair. You hear like more of the adult humor in there and stuff like that. Fucking David Cross and his dorky ass making jokes with other comedian Phil Hartman. There's a lot of comedians in this movie. They're always making fucking jokes and stuff like that, saying funny shit. Like, this movie is funny as hell and it has good action, you know. You don't see a mixture of that anymore in this generation, especially make movies like this for teens. I wish they actually make good movies again, you know, for kids and teens and stuff like that. Not anymore. Now you got shit like fucking Turning Red, where a girl turns into a giant red panda, which is a metaphor for a girl having her period at 13 or something like that. That's gross. Who the hell would watch a movie about that? What kind of fucking kid would watch that? That's disgusting. That's not a fucking kids movie. Why watch a movie about fucking how to grow up and stuff like that? No one want to watch shit like that. What the fuck? But what's next? They make something for boys too, or something like that. Like that's weird. That's not a movie for children. That's being sick. But yeah, fuck. Fucking Turning Red. That shit sucks. It's just way better. You know, this movie's like mostly for teenagers and up, to be fair. You know, I still watched it when I was a kid. I still watched it when I was like 5, 6 years old. I still watched this shit. I didn't really fucking care. It didn't bother me at all. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I didn't get scared. Nothing. I just watched it. Watching these toys fight each other. Toy versus toys, man. It's some really crazy ass shit, badass shit going on in this fucking movie, man.
beating the shit out of each other. And at the end, the Gorgonites won. The kid, puts the toys on a boat and they go somewhere. Where the hell they go? They probably get eaten by fucking wolves or something in the forest or something. Ah! And that's probably what happened at the end of the movie. Sucks we never got a sequel. Well, to be fair, I don't know if it's made enough money, and two, I don't think it would have been a good idea. Who knows? Maybe back then it would be a good idea. Now, not so much. I don't think they ever should make a remake to this film ever. Never in their entire life. Hope they never do that shit. Don't you fucking ruin it. So this movie made $87 million at the box office, and the budget is $40 million. That's not bad. That's not bad, to be fair. This, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind the sequel, but it depends on how they wrote it. Filmmaker Gregory P. Grant filed a lawsuit against Steven Spielberg, DreamWorks, Universal Pictures for copying his film Ode to G.I. Joe, which they played at film festivals to earn a Student Academy Award. Damn. Did he fucking won? Cancelled remake. Oh my god, they tried to remake it. Oh my god, I'm glad they didn't do it. The remake of Small Soldiers was in development by 20th Century Fox called Toymageddon. Are you shitting me? The script was purchased in 2014 and director Justin Lin was set to produce the film. The story was described to be set in Toy Factory begins to run amok. At the time, it was specifically stated to be a remake of Small Soldiers. Disney later canceled the project along with other 200 other projects, which the film was intended to be a remake of Small Soldiers. So in 2019, they canceled it, thank God. So the remake was called Toymageddon. Oh my god, you probably would have been really bad. Probably would have been like too silly or something. Some bullshit. The thing is, those are two different companies. DreamWorks and Disney are two different companies. If Disney remade Small Soldiers, they probably got sued for that shit, to be fair. Because DreamWorks and, like I said, DreamWorks and Disney are two different children companies, for big kid movies and stuff like that. So they probably get sued for it, to be fair. Because DreamWorks is part of Universal Pictures, and Universal Pictures don't like Disney. Especially they give Disney a hard time trying to share the Incredible Hulk to Disney, because they don't like Disney at all, because they're clowns. Even though Universal Pictures don't make good movies anymore either, to be fair. So yeah, I don't want to got any other fucking trivia. I want to make this video too long. I want to drag this shit out. I'm trying to make shorter videos. I'm not trying to make too long videos. Joe Dante was really wanted to cast a Predator 1987. So you want to cast the whole cast? You want the whole cast of Predator 1987 to voice the Commando Elite? You know how awesome that would have been? Arnold Schwarzenegger as Chip Hazard, Shane Black would have been Kip, Carl Weathers would have been Butch, Jesse Ventura would have been Brick, Sonny Landham would have voiced Nick Nitro, and Bill Duke would have voiced Link Static. Oh man, you know how fucking awesome that would have been? Well, the thing is, it did felt like that, actually. It did actually felt like I was watching fucking, those toys did remind me of fucking Predator 1987 cast, to be fair. So it made a lot of sense. Oh man, that would have been awesome, man. Well, I didn't mind the voices they still had, The murder of Phil Hartman before the premiere caused some minor changes before release. What kind of changes was there? What minor changes? What did they change? So let's see here. Led Zeppelin being strict about their music, being in other film, games, other media, but they allowed it for this movie, which I'm surprised because how strict they are about their music and movies. I don't get what the big deal is. Why just be such a bunch of fucking strict cocksuckers about it? Well, anyways, let's see what else we got here. Burger King agreed to market the film with its kids' meal before it was rated PG-13. The film was released soon after Oregon teen Kip Kringle killed his parents, then went on a shooting rampage at a high school, killing 2 students and wounding 25. The Kip killing the action was not distributed in Oregon. What the fuck? What the hell? Well, that's not surprising. Well, see, look at that. Even back then, that shit happened. It's not like it had to start happening now. It happened for decades and decades. It was always school shootings, you fucking idiots. Well, anyways, I read something else. What else I read? Something else besides the Burger King thing I read before. Oh yeah, something about the PG-13 or something like that. Oh yeah, I'm making a movie. Director Joe Dante recalled, originally I was told to make an edgy picture for teenagers, or when the sponsor ties in came in the new mandate, was too often it up as a kiddie movie, too late as it turned out. So they wanted to soften up for little kiddies. That's stupid. They God it was too late, because no one wants some fucking soft ass shit. I'm glad they still went out of the way it supposed to have been, be for little kiddies. First they wanted to be for teenagers, and they didn't. All of a sudden they wanted to be for little kids. Fuck out of here. Make up your goddamn mind. Command Elite was strongly fueled by G.I. Joe. That's not surprising. I'm trying to find something like interesting. It's not really that much interesting stuff around here. Phil Hartman. I wonder what kind of minor change they made about Phil Hartman. I'm trying to find where the fuck that is. But hey, what's the minor changes? Him get his ass beat by the toys? I mean, that would have been funny. They kept that in there. He get his ass beat. It's sad what happened to him in real life, but still, it's still funny in the movie. Maybe that's what it cut out. They cut him get his ass kicked or something. I don't know. They're like, oh man, we feel bad. He got killed by his wife. We got to take that stuff out of there. It seems like Kristen Dunst and Phil Hartman play a lot of movies together. It seems like there's like they'll play like 200 movies like before and after. I can't really find it. I guess I don't have it here. Well, anyways, yeah, fucking Small Story is a classic, man. It's a classic kids movie, man. Well, really a teenagers movie. Because when you get older, you actually realize all the adult humor you have in here, man. It's like funny as hell. Funny movie, good action. Even though it's unrealistic, because real life people actually use guns to blow these motherfuckers away. Unless you're a liberal, then you probably won't even use a gun. You probably run scared of houses like this movie. All the people hide in their house from toys. Oh yeah, and P.S. Phil Hartman should have just left the fucking lady. Why still be married to a psychopath? Like, it's his fault also, to be fair.